Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to episode number 4 of the Tudor style house Let's Build here on Xbox One with the default texture pack. That's all the information you guys need about this, so let's get started. I'm going to pick up right where I left off from last episode, where we built this side of the house. We added in kind of the details on the chimney in the front of the build, and basically the front of the house in general is pretty much done, so it's looking pretty good. However, we're not out of the woods yet in terms of coming up with the design. We still have some hoops to jump through to make sure that this house comes out the way I want it to when it's complete. So a couple of things we have to figure out. One is just like the dimensions of the house. From an aerial view right now, as you can see, the house is very wide. However, doesn't go back very far, I guess. The length does not quite match the width. And this is due to just the way roofs work in Minecraft. When you do the stair roofs, it's been a problem for builders since the beginning of time. When you do steep stair roofs like this, they just don't go back as far as you would like. And then when you do slab roofs, they are too, they don't go up as much. They're not as steep. So you kind of have to find that balance and be able to work around it. So today what I'm going to do is fill in some of these sidewalls here, especially on like the back of the garage, maybe over there a little bit. And I'm going to try to figure out a first floor plan. And when I do the floor plan, guys, I'm not even going to account for the back of the build. I'm just going to do the floor plan exactly the way I want it with no restrictions. And if it goes further past the roof line on the back of the build, so be it. We can make adjustments later. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to, again, like I said, start over here. We're going to do the back of the garage, which I think is just going to be the exact same as the front. So we'll just kind of take the design that we started with and more or less copy and paste it from one side to the other. So thank you guys for tuning in to part 4 of the Tudor style house Let's Build. This house has been very smooth sailing so far. I think it's been looking pretty good. Today we could potentially run into our first little rough patch with this build, and that is trying to come up with the first floor plan. Not only is it a tongue twister, but sometimes it could be tricky to make it, exactly the way you want it, so it looks cool and unique. So we'll be doing that today. All right, so I have that built, and I'm just trying to remember what I did over here. So basically those 3 columns of logs indented into the white concrete, which is a beautiful block. I'm going to say it every episode. And then we have some diagonal stairs going across, as well as some bricks. Okay. So let's take the bricks and fill that up while we're at it. Get that going. The bricks are just going to have some windows in them, I believe. And I'm probably just going to match the windows from one side to the other. I want the garage to be pretty symmetrical. And that's going to be the focus of the floor plan as well. Just try to add symmetry in all the right places is really what I'm striving for. So we'll get started with that in just a second. Before we do any of that, we got to get some of this stuff out of the way first. It would be good to get it out of the way. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of stairs there. And it looks like we have some slabs. And of course, now that we have pick block, I'm super lazy. I'm just going to go ahead and pick block them like that. We'll jump 3 blocks and open this up right here. And we'll do an identical window. So we'll do the slabs and the stairs. We'll grab the black glass, which is just beautiful. Just what we want. It's got that perfect tint to it. And we'll place that in. Alright, so now we have matching doors from one side to the other, or matching windows I should say, not doors. Close enough. And now we have some space here in the garage that we can start to work with. So let's see, we have this brown concrete block here, so of course this is going to all be double stacked. Very important that we do that. And we'll kind of wrap this around the corner, make sure that it's not conflicting with the garage doors, which I think looks good. We planned those out nicely so the garage doors have some space to breathe in between each other and then also against the wall. So there's actually like 1 block there, 1 block there, 1 block there, which is perfect. As far as where this is going to go across, I think it's going to be right here, 1 block away from the window. So one thing you'll notice is that on this side, it's 2 blocks away. The reason why I'm doing it 1 block over here as opposed to 2 blocks there, just for, to give myself a little bit more room on the actual, like, important parts of the house, right? We don't need the garage to be, like, this massive, square. This is a perfect size for this garage. We can fit 2 cars in there with ease, plus a staircase that comes up into the house. No issues there. Alright, so let's go ahead and add the rest of the details on this part, which I need dark oak wood for that, and we're going to do some diagonals. So we'll do one that starts here and one that starts right here, and this will connect up to the top of the roof. So we'll put these in and we'll see where we're at. But yeah, hopefully, yeah, my goal is to get the entire floor plan done today. That's my plan, and I think we can do it, guys. I think we can do it. I want to have, you know, the kitchen, living room. I want to do a nice foyer design. I want it to be unique because I've noticed that all these builds in on this world, at least, they're actually like fundamentally similar. And you might be thinking they all look completely different, like what are you talking about? But here's what I mean by that. Like the garage is on the left side of the build on that house. Like this house is actually, you know, when you're looking at just like the floor plan of it, it's pretty similar to this one, you know? You got the front door in the middle of the house. There's a garage on the left. Same with this one. Front door, middle of the house, garage on the left. Same with this one over here. So it's all kind of like got that same design. I know that's like a pretty standard thing, but it's actually kind of almost like it's following the same formula. So because of that, we're going to try to mix things up with the floor plan as much as I can. I might be overthinking it, but still, we're going to go with that. All right, so that's how that's looking right there. I want to take a log right there and place the stair. And this will probably start running across, but not yet. We're not worried about that at this moment. I'll fill that across there, and then these bricks, I think, are gonna connect up through here. We're gonna have to see exactly how that's gonna work. I might extend this out a little bit. Well, it's probably gonna happen because of the floor plan coming in soon. But that's how this looks on each side with the garage. I think the garage looks really good. Solid looking Tudor style concept. So there we go. Just kind of get that filled in there. Looks good. Okay. So let's get started, guys, with this floor plan. I think I'm going to go from the front door and then move out from there. That's probably the best way to do it. So we're going to grab our brown concrete. As far as what the walls are going to look like on the interior of this house, this is what I'm thinking for walls. I actually was kind of playing with this off camera a little bit. Here's what I'm thinking for walls. Let's do spruce wood. So we got a base of sideways oak logs, right? And then spruce wood. Then I want to do a layer of brown terracotta and then 2 layers of brown concrete. And that is going to be the wall designs for the interior of the house. So it's definitely got some detail to it. I think it looks pretty good. And these are going to be 5-block tall ceilings, so we'll be adding that in, you know, when we get to it. Okay. So let's go ahead and take out a couple of blocks right there. We're going to kind of start to frame this door and create a front foyer. Gonna open this up and close this up, actually. So we'll do that, and I'm going to jump like, let's actually do blocks into the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So let's start with a foyer. And I want to do something like that. Run this across here. Run this down here. And then, boom. We got ourselves a front foyer. That's what I want to do right there. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. And then I want to put the staircase over in this corner. But first, let's open up some space here. We'll do like 3 blocks. That way there's 2 blocks in that corner, 2 blocks on that corner, 5 blocks, and then 2. Again, trying to add symmetry in all the right places. We'll run this down right here and connect that. We can fill that in to there, and that's where we can start a staircase. So let's do some stairs, of course. Can't build a staircase without stairs. We'll do dark oak wood for now. I'm probably going to do spruce wood, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what color I'm going to use for the floors in this house, or I guess staircases. I might use dark oak wood, actually, because it is pretty nice. But we'll take this up to the point where it'll connect to the second level, which I believe is 1 block higher. There we go. So now if I follow this block across, which is actually spruce, so we'll probably end up getting it switched. There we go. I like spruce wood as in a contrast to dark oak because it kind of looks a little bit more worn out. It's like a worn out dark oak wood, if that makes sense. It's kind of lost its color a little bit. So maybe we can use that in parts of the house. But something like that, right? As the staircase design, okay? So you kind of come into the house, and there's going to be 1 block here, and then 3 blocks here. So this is obviously a prime time spot for a Danville's Anvil right here on this block. So we can throw that in right there. That's perfect. So we got our staircase. And then let's see, 2 blocks here, 2 blocks here, 2 blocks there, 2 blocks there. Symmetry in all the right places. This is what you want. So nice 3 blocks here, which is, this is 5 over there. So there's a couple of odd numbers, which is good. So let's just say, let's get this floor filled in. And let's call this the front foyer. And see kind of where we're at in terms of spacing. Because this goes back a little bit. So because of the lack of length on this house, we're going to see kind of how far this goes. So in theory, right, if you know the roof ends right here, so if I was to take this, you know, brick lining across, look at how little space it gives us past the foyer, right? That's unacceptable. So we're obviously going to have to make some adjustments to this. And I think that's fine. So let's continue. Let me just kind of revert that back to where it was. I think what I'm going to do is grab these. I'm going to do like maybe 2 blocks there. Maybe just 1, actually. Yeah, let's do 1, and then we'll actually open up 2 blocks. Make kind of like a pathway into this part of the house. As a matter of fact, we should probably work on this part of the house while we're at it. So if we're going over here by the garage, we'll break open a block right there. So this will be the little staircase that kind of connects up to the house right there. All right. And what I would actually like to do with this is create maybe like a laundry room, powder room combo in this space. So if I took that out like 3 blocks, how would that work? It actually lines up pretty nicely on the middle of that window because there's 2 blocks away from the bricks here and 2 blocks away from the bricks there. So this could work out. And then somewhere in the middle of this, maybe we'll line it up with the center of the garage doors. It doesn't really matter, but we can do that. Maybe like a little laundry room space like up against this wall here, and then a small powder room there. And we don't even need to make it that wide. We could probably move it over a little bit. So rest in peace on the lining it up between the garage doors. And then I'll probably just have like an open corridor there. Just have 2 blocks opening up. And then I would like to probably add another room here. So take a wall across, open that up. Maybe that can be like a little office or a study or something like that. Could work out. And then I would like to take this out a few blocks there, since that's gonna run across. And if I take this 3 blocks out and then maybe jump 2 more, if I ran this right down the middle here, that's where we can connect that. So that makes that 3, 1, and then that's 3 there. All right, see, I'm starting to just create some small things that I can get behind. So I'll recap real quick. Foyer, staircase. This is just going to be kind of like a hallway right here. Study, powder room in there, laundry room, connection to the garage. Okay, so we still need to do a kitchen. We still need to do a dining room. We still need to do a living room, and maybe like a guest bedroom. So let's get to those things now. So right here, I don't want to take this across because obviously that doesn't give us nearly enough space. So let's extend this out a little bit. And I'm going to try to use the symmetry of this to kind of create the next section. So if I took, wait, let's see how many blocks this is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I take this 4 blocks past, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then run it across. So if I open this up, we could this could be like a entrance to like a patio or something out here. Yeah, so because that way it would be 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 2 blocks, 1 block. Perfect. Also, I can make a entrance to a basement right there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, so now we have kind of like an idea of how we're going to extend this part. So let's do that. Let's just run this down, and we'll line it up with, we'll just stop it right there for now because we'll probably end up adding another room. But now we have to kind of determine how far past, you know, the lining of the roof that this part of the house is going, because that's going to really alter the exterior of the build on the back. So this is looking like it's going to be going like 3 blocks past approximately. So the way we can kind of add that part, well, there's a couple ways we can do it. We can do like a slab extension on the roof. I think we'll worry about that later. I'm not super focused on that right now. Let's try to just make sure this floor plan comes together. So we have a foyer here. I would like to add like a kitchen, a dining room, and a living room, but create kind of like openings between them, so they're not just all one big room. So if I did kind of like a cutoff there, make like a little T shape, 2 blocks and 2 blocks, so that's perfect. And if I ran this down here as well, like this, that can be a wall. And I'm trying to decide, I guess I'll just take it across here. We'll run this down and connect it. So there we go, we have a connection. So if there's 2 blocks here, we obviously have to do 2 more there. So that kind of creates like a little archway. So let's just call this right here the living room. And we'll do like a kitchen dining room combo in this big space here on the back of the house, I think. That's kind of something I don't do very often. Usually I have the kitchens more close to the garage. But in this case, we have it kind of open space. Maybe we'll do like a vaulted ceiling in this part. I think that could look pretty cool. Like a vaulted ceiling kitchen. I don't do stuff like that very often. This honestly could even be the kitchen right here, like a small one. And then we could do maybe like a great room or like a dining room over there. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different ways we can do it, but at least we have some solid rooms put in right now. So this is good. What do we want to do with this next? I think I'm going to open up 2 blocks right there. This is going to be some extra room. I don't really know what this room is going to be yet because of this tall window, but I want to keep it because I really like it on the exterior, so we can make it work. Let's continue the floor plan lining. So of course double stacking all the walls is a given. So we'll run this down, and I'll keep the perimeter that I put in last episode. So we'll connect this across to right here. And I'm thinking that I want to have like a bathroom in this space. So I'm probably going to just run this down a few blocks. How far do we want it to run down? Let's say like enough to add a window on this wall. So maybe we want to do like a 3 block wide window here. Let me grab some blocks just so it matches this side. See, that's a 3 block wide window. So actually that's perfect. So I have kind of a buffer block on both sides of that window. All right, cool. And then I'm thinking that's kind of a small bathroom, so maybe we extend it because we have a lining of blocks over there that kind of runs through, so we can kind of do the imaginary line that runs straight through here, open that up and create like a little bit of an indent on this part of the house. And I can have like the bathroom entrance like that, I guess, or maybe there. It doesn't really matter. But this might be like a guest bedroom, possibly, with a big window like that. I don't know, maybe a bathroom, or maybe a library with a bathroom off of it. Honestly, I could even put the bathroom door here and just make it like that. That way the bathroom's off at the kitchen. It's possible. I mean, I want to have 2 powder rooms on the first floor of the house with no bedrooms, actually. So the way I've done this, we have foyer, living room, kitchen, dining room, hallway, office, powder room, laundry room, garage, library, powder room. So 2 of those. Honestly, that works. It's a pretty solid looking floor plan, I'd say. The only thing now is we got to try to match it to the exterior, which I don't think is going to be too big of a problem, honestly. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We're just going to have to do a little like slab extension on the roof. It probably won't be bad at all. And actually, we can do some interesting stuff with it, just like with the way Tudor style architecture, you know, works. We can do some interesting things with it. But as far as the bricks, they will be double stacked around this corner like this. So we're going to have to extend this part of the roof in some way, shape, or form. Only like 1 block though, so it's not even going to be, it's not even like a drastic extension, you know? It's not like we have to massively change what we've built so far. So I think we're in pretty good shape right now. So let's just mark some spots where windows will be. This is going to be a hallway, so there's going to be windows. We'll do 1 right here. We'll do 2 sets of 3x2 windows right here on each side. So there will be a couple of blocks in between. There's 4 blocks there, 2 blocks in between these. That's fine. So we have some even numbers there, which is okay. That works to me. That works fine to me. And where else are we going to add windows? We're going to have a bunch of windows on these walls, but I'm not going to really focus on those yet. As far as this wall back here, I don't know if I'm going to do a window on it. I think I might actually either add an extra fireplace or just leave it like a flat wall and then detail it on the side and maybe do some trees or something to kind of cover up, you know, the blank space. I think that, or maybe I'll do some some like small windows elevated on the like where the second level would be, despite the fact that this is going to be a tall ceiling in here. So as far as like the second floor is concerned, because of the fact that that room is going to have a tall ceiling, I don't think we're going to do a tall ceiling in this room just for that reason. Maybe we can do like partially tall ceiling. So let's say, for example, this runs across. This is the ceiling for the first floor. Maybe this part will be tall, and then like the kitchen won't be. And that could make a difference. That could work pretty good. Right now, we're just kind of thinking out loud, trying to come up with my ideas. But I think we're doing pretty good with this so far. This Let's Build's going really well. All right, so that'll continue across. They're just trying to get a... Actually, this is gonna be a tall ceiling, so we don't even need to do that. But this will run across here. Wait, are these quartz blocks or are these white concrete? Okay. Are we using quartz for this? We're not. Well, there's no need to use quartz anymore. There's no need to use... Quartz and snow are obsolete in default at this point. White concrete is the way of the future. Looks way better. Okay. And I'll probably take a lining across here. So everything in this space will be second floor, probably master bedroom or something like that. This space will be open to the ceiling. This space will be open to the ceiling. And then all the space above the garage as well will be accessible for like extra bedrooms and things like that. As well as this space right here. So this will run across. Wait, no, that's one block too high. I made sure that the windows were lined up at the beginning. Don't worry. We're not that newbie at this point. I used to like not even bother with that. I was just like, oh, the windows aren't lined up. Well, that sucks. We're gonna have to fix this. But we got that down pat at this point. So yeah, anyway, get this filled in. This is gonna be the second floor here. So we have, well, I'm just worried. I was just worried that I won't have enough space for second floor stuff, but I think we'll be all right. All right, so I'm looking at this for a minute, and I think I might do something with the staircase, because if I'm gonna have this open, right? So this is gonna be a tall ceiling. You know, obviously you're climbing the staircase, and you're just gonna go fall right off. You know, we don't want that. So what I'll probably end up doing is doing an extra curve to the staircase, and I don't think this is gonna cause any problems because of the way we set this up. Kind of did a pretty good job of tucking the staircase into the corner where it's not going to cause problems if I need to make an adjustment. So let's do it. Actually, do I want it to be turning here or there or everywhere? Let's do it right here. So if I take that there and then right there, and that's the top of the staircase, and then this runs up. Whoops, wrong block. Trying to just, let's get this room filled in just to kind of make sure that this is the way I want it to be. So this wall will get filled in like this. There we go. And of course we'll add like the details that I showed off at the beginning or middle of the episode. We'll add those things later. We're just gonna we're making sure that we get the you know, the foundation of this built. But we got this down to a science, don't we, huh? These Let's Builds, we got them down to a science. We know exactly what to do. We're good. Okay, so we'll do that. So there's the opening for the staircase. And I'm just going to get this whole room filled in to kind of wrap up this video, so we have a really solid idea of what this foyer is going to look like. Now, typically, you know, I mean, a lot of people do like really fancy foyers with tall ceilings and like double staircases and things like that. I just think that's a little bit too grandiose for a house like this. For like a mansion, definitely go with it 100%. But I'm gonna try to like avoid doing like overly fancy foyers for houses of this size and of this you know, style, I guess. So there we go. And I'll just put some slabs here for now. And we're not actually gonna keep that, but just as kind of a placeholder. So this is the foyer. It's super basic right now. It's gonna get way more detailed later. But as you can see, there's really no effect on, you know, the staircase. It doesn't really change anything in the foyer. We don't have to make any adjustments to it. The only thing we got to do is just kind of curve this wall here. That way, you know, when we do kind of turn this staircase, it has an opening. And that's about it. And there will be a wall here. And what I'll probably end up doing is have like a little balcony right here that looks out down into this room. Just like a small one. I think that'll be pretty cool. And then, of course, up here we'll have maybe just as far as the second floor plan is concerned, which I have no intent of working on that right now, but, you know, get this wall filled in around the corner here, run it across, and I'll probably follow the pattern of the first floor a little bit when it comes to how I'm going to put it together, because we're going to have a master bedroom, a couple more, we're going to have a hallway that leads to a few more bedrooms up here. We have to do all the bedrooms in the second floor, so I'll probably end up trying to squeeze in 4 of them if I can. I think we can definitely pull that off, but anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode. We're starting to add some of the, you know, we got the skeleton built. Now we're trying to add all the rest of the stuff on the inside. We're doing the innards right now. And I think it's coming along pretty good. We got a nice looking floor plan here. Looks like it's going to transition pretty well to the second floor as well. So next episode, I'm going to work on closing off the back of the house, and then we'll go from there. So thank you guys for watching. It's been Dan Langs. Hope you guys are enjoying the Tudor style house Let's Build. It's coming along great so far. We're 4 episodes in, and look at how much progress we've already made. Pretty crazy. So a couple more episodes to go to kind of wrap this thing up, and I'll keep on grinding it away for you guys. So thanks for watching, everybody. Drop a like if you did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in a few days for episode 5. Peace out.